Imagine a man who carried the weight of a brutal childhood, a war-torn past, and a life of regret, yet still became a legend. In 1971, one choice changed everything for him, a decision he'd mourn until his final days. His daughter later revealed the truth. He never let go of that mistake. But there was so much more to him than the world ever knew. Born in 1921, he grew up in a shack in Pennsylvania, one of 15 kids crammed into a house with no heat. No plumbing, just the constant rumble of coal trains. Poverty wasn't just a word, it was survival. He wore his sister's dresses to school because there was nothing else. Classmates mocked him, their laughter cutting deeper than the cold. At home, socks were shared among siblings, passed from one shift in the coal mines to the next. His father, a miner, came home drunk and angry, leaving the kids to scatter like shadows. Fear was their normal. By age 9, he was stealing cigarettes, not to be tough, but to escape the suffocating tension. When his father died of cancer, the family broke apart. At 10, he was sent into the mines. Crawling through dark, narrow tunnels, he earned $1 a week, every cent going to keep his family fed. The work was deadly. He saw tunnels collapse, men die. One explosion trapped hundreds, including his own father years earlier. The black dust that coated his lungs would haunt him forever. School was no better. His thick accent, Lithuanian and Russian from home, made him an outsider. He didn't fit in the classroom or the mines. He didn't fit anywhere. That something in him refused to break. At 16, he worked odd jobs, from bakeries to boardwalks, noticing how a loud burp or a quick joke could draw a crowd. It was a spark, a hint of something bigger. He sketched far-off places on scraps of paper, dreaming of a life beyond the coal dust. By 20, he left for Atlantic City, hustling as a bellhop, a carnival barker, learning to handle rowdy crowds with a sharp tongue and sharper fists. One bar fight nearly landed him in jail, but it taught him something. His anger, born from years of humiliation, could be a weapon. Then came the war. Drafted in 1943, he became a tail gunner on a B-29, flying 25 missions over Japan. Shrapnel tore through his arm once, earning him a Purple Heart. He watched friends die in the sky, their planes vanishing in bursts of flame. The nightmares followed him home. Yet he later said the army was the best thing he'd known, better than the mines, at least. After the war, he drifted, lost, until a chance meeting with actors in Atlantic City changed everything. They spoke of theater, a world he'd never imagined. With his GI Bill, he studied acting, his accent making him a target of ridicule, but his raw presence undeniable. By 1949, he was in California, scraping by at a small theater. Hollywood didn't know what to make of him. His face, scarred from mines and war, wasn't pretty. They called him ugly, a brute. But he didn't care. He boxed, trained, turned his flaws into strength. His first film role came in 1951, a small part where his ability to burp on cue something from his bakery days caught the director's eye. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a start. He lived in a cramped apartment with his wife, barely making rent, taking any job painting sets, working amusement piers just to keep going. If this story touches your heart, please share it. It's a reminder of what it means to fight for something better, no matter where you start. His big break came in 1953, playing a mute thug in a horror film. Without a word, his eyes told a story. Directors noticed. They kept calling him back, even when his name wasn't on the poster. But his foreign-sounding name raised eyebrows in the McCarthy era. He changed it, picking something simple, something that wouldn't hold him back. By 1955, he was landing bigger roles, playing dangerous men with a quiet intensity. In one film, he went off-script in a fight scene, sending a stuntman to the hospital. He didn't apologize. That raw edge made him stand out. In 1958, he got his first lead in a low-budget crime flick. He played a paranoid gangster, not a hero, but a man haunted by death. It wasn't a blockbuster, but it put him on the map. By 1960, he was in a Western with big names, playing a quiet revolutionary. The set was chaos egos clashing, stars fighting for the spotlight, but he stayed above it, letting his performance speak. Europe loved him. His name started to carry weight. What kept you hooked? Was it his grit, his pain? Stick with me. There's more to this man than the tough guy masked. In 1963, he landed a role as a tunnel-digging prisoner in a war epic. He insisted on digging real tunnels himself, spending hours underground, reliving the minds of his childhood. The dirt, the claustrophobia, it was real. His performance stole scenes, turning him into a leading man. By 1967, he was a soldier on a suicide mission in another war film. His gun handling so authentic it earned him extra screen time. He'd been a gunner in the war. He knew the weight of a trigger. The film was a hit, and Europe couldn't get enough of him. Then came a chance at a Western masterpiece. A director wanted him for a mysterious harmonica-playing loner. He demanded a massive paycheck 5 times his usual and got it. He rewrote lines, learned the harmonica, even suggested the film's iconic whistle. Filming in brutal desert heat, he pushed through 23 takes for one scene. The movie flopped in America but exploded in Europe, redefining what an action hero could be. His career soared, but danger followed. On one set in Mexico, bandits threatened the crew. A scorpion stung him during a fight scene, swelling his hand, but he kept filming. On another, he played a revolutionary, obsessing over every detail, ammo belts, rifles, stances to make it real. His intensity worried studios. Was he too violent, too raw? But audiences loved it. In France, one film made him a star, his childhood languages adding depth to a mysterious kernel. Even a nude scene, which he resisted, added to his legend. After a hefty bonus by the mid-70s, he was a global icon. A vigilante film about a man avenging his family shocked the world. Critics called it vile, but audiences packed theaters, drawn to its raw anger and the real fear of urban crime. He flew home every weekend to avoid the city's chaos, protecting his own family. The film sparked a national debate, but it made him untouchable. Sequels followed, each bloodier, each more controversial. A misfired blank burned his face once, but he didn't stop. The money rolled in millions upon millions. His personal life was messier. His first marriage, to a woman who supported him through his broke years, ended in the 60s amid accusations of affairs. His second, to an actress he met on a set, was a love story for the ages. They raised 2 daughters, one adopted, and seemed unbreakable until cancer took her in 1990. He was shattered, writing her love letters long after she was gone. His daughter later found them, proof of a heart the world never saw. In his later years, he married again, but Alzheimer's stole his mind. Paranoid and fading, he died in 2003 at 81, his lungs wrecked by years of smoking. A stranger, a fan who'd never met him, left him her entire estate, hundreds of thousands. He gave it all to charity. His own estate, worth far more than anyone guessed, sparked lawsuits from ex-wives and studios. His daughters fought for what was theirs, revealing a softer side. He'd kept toys for them, checked on them every morning, loved them quietly behind the tough exterior. His biggest regret? Turning down a role in 1971, a gritty cop story he thought was too violent. Another actor took it and became a legend. His daughter said he never forgave himself. But the truth is, he didn't need that role. He'd lived a life harder than any script coal mines, war, loss, love. His rage on screen came from real scars, from a childhood of dresses and hunger, from a war that never left him. His daughter said he had PTSD before anyone named it. Action stars idolized him, but they never knew the man who painted, who laughed with his grandkids, who preferred quiet galleries to gunfire. His grave in Vermont draws fans even now. They come for the icon, but his family wants you to know the truth. Behind every hard stare was a man who just wanted to protect the ones he loved. If his story moved you, share it. Subscribe for more stories of real people who fought against the odds. Let's keep his legacy alive.